Well, hello, everybody. Happy Thursday, wherever you are on God's green earth. This is Steve with today's Israel update. You may be asking yourself, Steve, where is Hezbollah? Well, today I intend to give you the best of my ability to answer that, which is a couple days ago, you may recall that I mentioned to you what the original plan hatched by Iran was for a future cataclysmic showdown with Israel. Iran was waiting for the day that it would acquire its own nuclear weapons to thus have a nuclear umbrella to defend itself against Israel's own alleged nuclear arsenal, to launch a simultaneous attack on Israel through its proxies, Hamas in the Gaza Strip, Hezbollah in southern Lebanon, and the Shiite militias which have accrued along the border of Syria's frontier with Israel. And all of them were to launch a simultaneous attack on Israel, including a land invasion of the country and a rainstorm of tens of thousands, actually in Hezbollah's case, 150,000 rockets and guided missiles that can reach every single corner of Israel, even as far south as Israel's Red Sea city of Eilat. That was the original plan. But as I told you a couple of days ago, Hamas got greedy for its own timetable, heard there was a music festival on its border, and without complying with the original battle plan or collaboration with its partners, launched its own attack and thus confounded Iran's original battle plan. Now, this therefore beckons us to ask what's become of the other tentacles or proxies of Iran's plan, particularly Hezbollah, which is the most dangerous of all of them, having, as I said, 150,000 rockets, including guided missiles that can hit every spot in Israel, including very, very sensitive places like a concentration of oil refineries in the city of Haifa, which alone, if hit, is estimated that it would kill up to 10,000 people. Why has Hezbollah not entered the fray with all of its might? It has, you could say, sort of tried to bother Israel the last several days, launching volleys of rockets and attacks, mostly on unpopulated Israeli areas. In other words, not population centers, as well as some Israeli bases along the border of Lebanon, but it certainly hasn't unleashed all of its power. And that's because, according to the original plan, Hezbollah was supposed to go by the exact same playbook that Hamas did a couple weeks ago, which is to launch a land invasion of Israel, in the case of Hezbollah, via tunnels that it's dug under the border with Israel, to send raiding parties into Israeli towns and cities to kidnap and kill and bring hostages back to their side of the border, exactly as Hamas did a couple weeks ago. The problem is now everything's changed. In the last couple weeks, Israel's called up between 300,000 and 400,000 citizens as reserve soldiers. That would be the equivalent of 14 million Americans. That's a huge number. That's 4% of Israel's total population has been called up to serve in the reserves, and much of that is now deployed on the border with Lebanon. Don't think that 4% of Israel's population is needed to take care of Hamas and Gaza. That's Israel's acknowledgement that the war is now in danger of becoming regional. Likewise, in the last couple of weeks, you have two American aircraft carrier battle groups that have arrived off of Israel's Mediterranean coast with their firepower. Two battle groups includes about 40 ships and a couple hundred Tomahawk cruise missiles that can be launched and hit any target in Iran or throughout the region. And it's an incredible projection of American power. And Hezbollah and Iran didn't consider this in their original calculus. And lastly, Israel has cleared its population along its border with Lebanon. Most of its towns and population centers have been told to move southward, and therefore, if Hezbollah does invade Israel, it would be met with, well, ghost towns. It wouldn't have much in the way of hostages to take back to its side of the border. One last thing I want to say in this Israel update to lend credibility to the assertion that Hezbollah is not about to immediately get involved with all of its firepower is that Hezbollah has not called up its own reserves, of which it has many. It has not vacated the populations of its border settlements with Israel. And lastly, it hasn't raised its alert to a higher level of alert that would presage a full-on attack against Israel. So it looks like Hezbollah for now is, for the most part, standing aside. They're launching some attacks every day just to look like that they're helping Hamas because they're under tremendous pressure to do something. And they don't want to look weak, so they're launching here and there some attacks on Israel every day. But everybody agrees that this is nothing compared to what a full-scale Hezbollah attack would look like. And it looks to be that Hezbollah is standing down for now. Anyway, folks, that's today's Israel update, and I hope that this has helped you to answer that question. Where is Hezbollah? Why the absenteeism at the present? Thanks for tuning in again. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and maybe even add a few comments. It helps these videos climb the YouTube algorithm and receive a wider distribution. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you soon for another update. Bye-bye.